Welcome back, everyone. Ready to dive into something really cool today?
I'm excited. What are we exploring this time?
It's all about persuasion.
Oh, that's a good one. Pre-suasion.
Yeah, we're going deep with Robert Cialdini's book, Pre-suasion.
Of course, the classic.
And to make things even more interesting, we'll see how this entrepreneur, Alex Hormozi, uses these principles in the real world.
Oh, I like where this is going. Real-world application is key.
Right, so persuasion, it's all about setting the stage.
Before you even say a word.
You got it. Think of it like this. You're shaping the context,
Yeah.
getting people primed to be persuaded.
It's like, most people think persuasion is this direct, bam, in-your-face thing.
Right, just hitting people with your message over and over.
But persuasion is about strategy. It's about influence, recognizing the power of context.
Oh, so you're saying it's more subtle.
Absolutely. It's about shaping the environment, the listener's mindset, all before you even present your main message.
So instead of barging in with your idea, you're strategically setting the scene.
You got it. And Cialdini, he's got this fascinating study he talks about.
Oh, I love his research. Tell me about this study.
Okay, so picture this a wine shop. But here's the twist. They played either French music or German music in the background.
Wait, just background music. How could that?
I know, right? It sounds crazy, but more French wine was sold when they played French music
No way.
and more German wine when they played German music.
Wow. So you're telling me something as simple as the background music can actually sway our choices.
It's mind-blowing, right? But this is how susceptible we are to priming.
So by tweaking the environment, the music,
Yeah.
in this case, you can sort of nudge people in a certain direction.
Exactly, without them even realizing it. That's persuasion in action.
I'm starting to see how powerful this can be. It's like planting these little seeds in their subconscious.
And then, boom, your idea takes root. Now, Cialdini, he's got some key principles to master this whole subtle influence thing. One is focused attention.
Focused attention, huh?
Yeah, imagine a spotlight, right? On a stage.
Okay, I'm picturing it. The spotlight.
Before the main act even shows up, that spotlight is directing your gaze.
It's like telling the audience where to look.
You got it. You're focusing their attention on a specific spot.
Okay.
And that's what you're doing with persuasion.
I see. So before I go in with my big pitch or proposal,
You strategically highlight certain elements first.
to kind of warm them up to the idea.
Exactly. Make them more receptive.
So what kind of elements should I focus on?
Well, it depends on what you want them to pay attention to. Like, let's say you're selling a product.
Okay, so for a product,
You might showcase its unique features.
yeah, make them see how cool it is.
Or highlight all those positive customer reviews.
Oh, social proof.
Yeah.
Powerful stuff.
Right. And if you're asking for a favor,
Asking for a favor.
maybe you emphasize those shared values you have or a past experience, to make it more appealing.
Like, we've been through so much together, you got to help me out here.
Exactly. You're reminding them why your request matters. This is making me think of Alex Hormozi.
Oh, yeah. He seems to use this all the time.
He really does. He's big on building that trust before even mentioning his product.
It's true. Like, before he even gets to the offer, he'll throw all these success stories at you.
Testimonials, research, all that good stuff.
It's like he's saying, look, I know what I'm talking about. These people are proof.
Exactly. It's all about building that credibility. It makes you think, hey, if everyone else is raving about him, maybe I should listen.
It definitely works. Is that tapping into what Cialdini calls positive associations.
You got it. It's linking your message to something the audience already respects or values. Creates that halo effect.
Halo effect, yeah. Like when your favorite celebrity endorses a product.
There you go. You associate those good vibes from the celebrity with the product itself.
It's true. Even if you haven't even tried it, you're like, oh, well, they like it, so it must be good.
Exactly. And Hormozi, he takes this to a whole other level. Think about his webinars.
Oh, yeah. His webinars are legendary.
They'll often start with these pre-webinar surveys.
Okay.
And these surveys get people thinking about the specific problems his product is going to solve.
So by the time he's actually pitching his product, you're already primed.
You've already identified the problem, and his product is the perfect solution.
It's so smart. He's guiding your attention, shaping your perception, without you even realizing it.
He's a master of persuasion, that's for sure.
I never thought about it this way, but it makes so much sense now. My mind is officially blown.
And the best part is these techniques. They aren't just for entrepreneurs like Hormozi. Anyone can use them.
Oh, that's what I love about this deep dive. It's like learning this secret language of influence.
Exactly. And once you know the language, you can apply it anywhere.
Okay, so how do we actually use persuasion? It feels like this superpower I didn't know I had.
It kind of is, And like any superpower, you got to practice.
Right. Practice makes perfect.
But we can definitely break down some practical takeaways, things anyone can use, straight from Cialdini and Hormozi's playbook.
Okay, give me the cheat codes. How do I unlock my inner persuasion master?
All right, first up, remember that whole positive associations thing?
Yeah, set of associations, yeah.
Before you ask for something, pitch an idea. Think about how you can link it to something the other person already values.
So instead of hitting my boss with a list of reasons why I deserve a raise, I could highlight my work on a project they love.
Subtly remind them of my value before I even ask.
Now you're getting it. You're creating that halo effect, making your request way more appealing. You're not just asking for a raise. You're the person who made their favorite project a success.
Sneaky and smart. I like it. What else? What else can we do?
Cialdini, he's big on the power of questions, strategic questions.
Instead of just stating my point.
Yeah, as questions that kind of guide the listener where you want them to go.
Ooh, okay. So instead of telling my team, we need to boost social media engagement, I could ask, wouldn't it be amazing if our content was reaching twice as many people?
You see, now you're planting that seed. Increased reach, now they're primed for ideas that achieve that goal. It's like setting up these mental dominoes, knocking them down one by one.
Exactly. Leading them exactly where you want them to go. And then, never underestimate the environment. The whole setting, you know?
So it's not just what I say, it's where I say it.
And how you say it.
Yeah.
Everything matters.
Maybe I should rethink my cluttered home office for my next video call.
It's like setting the stage, right? For a play. You wouldn't propose in a messy, chaotic room, would you?
No. You'd want it to be romantic, intimate.
Exactly. All those little details, they create a mood, a feeling.
And that shapes how people see you, your message. Okay, I'm ready to try this stuff out. Got any, like, fun persuasion experiments for our listeners?
Absolutely. Best way to learn is to dive in. First up, play with the context.
Context.
Where you usually present your ideas.
So, like, rearrange the furniture in the meeting room. Use different colors in my slides.
See what happens. It's fun to notice how even little things can influence people. And speaking of influence,
Yeah.
remember storytelling.
Yeah. Everyone loves a good story.
Before your main point, share a little anecdote. Or a story that sets the mood, you know.
Creates that connection, right?
Exactly. Stories are powerful for persuasion. And last but not least, become an observer.
An observer.
Watch how people respond to you before you even get to the main point.
Like I'm a persuasion detective.
That's it. Notice those little shifts, body language, tone of voice.
See what works, what doesn't.
And adjust accordingly. You'll learn so much just by paying attention.
This deep dive has been amazing. I feel like I've unlocked this whole new level of communication.
Now you're ready to persuade the world.
Wait, hold on. Before we wrap up, I had one thought. We've talked about how we can use persuasion.
Yeah.
What about how it's used on us?
I like where you're going with this.
I mean, think about it. Marketers, politicians, even our friends and family, they're all trying to influence us.
It makes you wonder how much of what we do is really our own choice.
Right. And how much of it is because of these, these persuasion tactics.
Good question.
Knowing about persuasion, it's like this secret decoder ring. Now we can see those influences, be more aware.
Feel more in control.
Yeah. We can spot those tactics, make choices that are really our choices, aligned with what we believe.
Makes you think, doesn't it?
It's like, wow, I was blind to this whole world before.
Yeah, it's eye-opening, for sure.
So persuasion, it's powerful, but
it's a tool, right?
Like any tool.
It can be used for good or
not so good.
Exactly. We're definitely not advocating for manipulation.
No trickery here.
It's about being ethical, using this responsibly.
It's about being a better communicator, not a master manipulator.
That's it. Persuasion, it's about understanding how to create genuine connection.
Persuasion, but in an authentic way.
You're not forcing people into anything.
It's more like subtly guiding them
toward a choice that actually benefits everyone involved.
Creating those win-win situations.
Exactly.
Well, I think we officially cracked the persuasion code today.
This has been a great deep dive.
Me too. It feels like I've leveled up my communication skills.
For sure.
For our listeners who are ready to go even deeper, check out Cialdini's Pre-suasion.
So many great insights in that book.
And if you're curious about that next step, actually getting people to say yes.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's for another deep dive.
Can't wait.
We'll be talking all about persuasion and the power of yes in our next episode.
Awesome.
Until then,
keep experimenting. See what happens.
Happy persuading, everyone.
See you next time.